Hey everybody, it's Taylor with Boydston Grove, and today we're gonna make a super big mallet. I just ordered this draw knife off of Amazon. It's a tool that I've always wanted to learn how to use. So today we're gonna try it out by debarking a log and making a giant mallet. Let's get into it. The head of this mallet, I'm just using an old log that I had in the burn pile. I used a small chainsaw to cut it down to the size that I wanted. Normally you would do this using a carving bench. I don't have one of those, so I just set up a stop on the end of my workbench and I'm gonna make that work. This tool definitely takes some getting used to, but once you get the hang of it, it is a great tool. It removes a lot of material really fast and it can make the surface really smooth. The handle, I'm using a piece of oak that I had laying around the shop. I used the table saw to cut off all four corners, and then I used a few sanders to shape it. The more I'm using the draw knife and just really getting a feel for it, the more I love this tool. You can use it to remove large amounts of material like debarking a log, or with a little bit of finesse, you can use it like a hand planer and really fine tune a project. Just to add a little interesting feature, I use my Dremel to carve out some spirals up the handle. I really wanted to do something with the end of the handle on this mallet, so I decided to do the same thing that I did with the end of the handle on the battle axe that I built a while ago. I got a galvanized pipe cap and I used my grinder and sander to shape it to how I wanted it, and then I used some E6000 to attach it to the end of the handle. Normally I would use resin to fill all the gaps and cracks, but I'm completely out, so I decided to use wood epoxy instead. If you haven't used this before, it is really great stuff. It is a two-part epoxy that you can mix with your hands, and then you just push it into the cracks or gaps that you're filling. It dries rock hard, it is sandable, and it absorbs stain so that it can match the wood pretty well. Once the epoxy was dry and sanded, I went ahead and added a quick coat of stain and then a couple coats of polyurethane. Before finishing up, I decided to add a little bit of leather on the handle just to fancy it up a little bit. All right, now that our mallet is finished, it's time to test it out. But first, I want to show somebody. These copper nails, just kind of spruce it up a little bit, you know, make it kind of look fancy and everything. What a torque. Hey, what are you doing? And there it is. Hey man, what's up? I was just showing everybody my mallet. That's not a mallet. This is a mallet. Here, check that out. Dude! Oh, yeah! I'm gonna need it back. I haven't even tried it out yet. That's pretty cool. I like this. Dude, I want to play with it. Come on, I have to have it back. Oh, come on, man. I meant to use it like a tool. I haven't tried it out yet. God. Whew, little dramatic, don't you think? Now we can test it out. All right, this turned out great, and it was so much fun to build and a great way to learn how to use the draw knife. It's a new tool that I will be using a lot more from this point on. I really like the way this turned out. It just looks really cool, and I will definitely get some good use out of it as soon as I get some more fruit. If you enjoyed this project, make sure to like it. If you want to see all our other projects, like the axe that we made, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. And we would love to hear in the comments below what you thought of this project. Thank you very much for watching. Be safe and have a great day.